Hello. Andrea and I are currently on a flight back from Italy, so I thought I'd take some time to do a little flow for an airplane. I know you won't be able to watch this on the plane, so I'll be going through these poses a little quickly, just so you can get an idea. Obviously, we have space limitations, so I'm in coach, as you can see. So if you want to try to get into a forward fold as much as you can, this will help stretch out the lower back as much as you can. Sitting in these seats can get a little cramped and uncomfortable after a while. And we are on a discount air carrier, so there's not much leg room for me here. And then after the forward fold, I did a kind of a figure four. So if you can get your leg across and put your ankle on top of your opposite knee and lean forward, you can get a bit of a hip stretch here. And if you can lean forward, you can also get some of your lower back in there too. And then, of course, make sure you do both sides. Just make sure when you're doing these poses, you don't have any pain or numbness. That's important. You want to feel a stretch as much as you can, in the limited space. But a sharp shooting pain or numbness, definitely back out of the pose. So if you're on a plane, you should have plenty of time to experiment with that. Okay, and then I'm kind of doing a version of shoelace here. So I have one leg crossed over the other, and I'm also leaning forward. So this, in this position, won't be as much of a hip stretch, but you just try to do what you can. You might try to raise your legs a little bit to get a little bit more of a stretch. And then, of course, that forward fold. Your back and hips do get pretty tight when you're sitting on a plane for a long time. So, of course, do both legs. Sorry for the light. Kind of limited on the quality of this video. And then I thought I would do kind of an upper body stretch because your upper back might get tight and your shoulders. So if you crisscross your arms like eagle arms and kind of lift them up, that does feel really good. And if you can, try to hold these poses for the normal 5 minutes, but obviously work with what your body needs at the time. Any amount of movement when you're flying always feels good. And then I kind of came into a bit of a back bend, so I used my elbows to push my chest away from the seat and lifted up my head. So this is about as much of a back bend as I could get in the seat, but it did really feel good. So it's always a good thing to get your chest and back open. And then I came into a twist. So here you can kind of use the seats and the armrest for leverage to kind of give yourself a good twist. After any back bend, a twist is good to realign your spine. Make sure you do both sides. So that's what I came up with for our little mini airplane flow. Of course, you can play with other poses if you like. But thank you for joining me today. Namaste.